Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a weekly update, energy update, check-in, however you feel that it works best for you in your life. I want you to apply it as you will. And just remember, don't ever make a reading fit your life for you. If you start listening to a reading, no matter who it is, me or anybody else, and you hear information or details being shared, and you stop and look and think, this doesn't fit me at all, then it's not your reading. And that's not offensive. That's not sad. It's not any bad news. It's just, that's not your reading. If you want to listen to it just for the sheer entertainment value of listening to it, that's fine. But don't ever make something fit you and start applying your life to the way that you heard a reading. That's not good etiquette. That's not good manners. That is just a really surefire way to get yourself into a lot of physical trouble as far as, you're not going about things in an accurate, truthful way. So let your intuition guide you. That is really important. If you don't know much about your intuition, then the best thing to do is to sit with your intuition. Take a bath, pray, meditate, go for a walk in nature. Go stand outside on the ground with your bare feet. Ground yourself. Listen to the still small voice that speaks within you. That's your intuition. That's your guidance system. That's your GPS. So Aquarius, sorry to belabor all of that, but Aquarius can be your sun, moon, your rising. It can be your any placement in your chart really that you have the sign of Aquarius. This reading might fit. There's going to be a lot of different little messages that come out, and so you might resonate with one of the messages but not the others. And again, like I said previously, just let it go what doesn't fit and maybe take to heart what does fit. It's really that simple. Aquarius can be your sun, moon, rising. If you're a cross watcher, you might be watching because there's an Aquarius in your life and you just want to be a little nosy or you want to get some inside scoop. Okay, you're welcome here. Cross watchers are welcome. Anybody with any part of Aquarius in their chart, you're welcome to be here. I'm just grateful that you're tuning in, that you're watching. Let's get started. For Aquarius, what do we need to know? What can we share? What information does an Aquarius need to know? Right out of the gate, we get the Devil. The Devil it's the major arcana for the sign of Capricorn. So you could have a very important Capricorn in your life. That's number one. Number two is the the Devil for the sign of Capricorn shows up in your reading, Aquarius, because it's highlighting to you there might be some toxicities present in your world, like really present. You might be given to the physical pleasures of the flesh in the form of any kind of addiction to food, sex, alcohol, drugs, anything that at one point in time you thought you had mastered, turns out it's mastered you. And that's the trick. And that's the devil's little scheme, is when you think you've got everything under control and you're fine to dabble in XYZ, turns out XYZ is dabbling in you. Does that make sense? So this is showing up to me for you as a message of, it's like a billboard sign warning, like Aquarius, caution, devil ahead, next stop. You know, the signs that tell you that the next exit is your exit. That's kind of what this is saying for me in your reading. Is it's a caution, it's a warning, it's a hey, just so you're aware, if you keep going down this road, you're gonna end up in Sad Street. You know what I mean? So that's the way I would interpret this if I was an Aquarius is, okay, let me go and take a good, long, hard look at myself. Let me realize and recognize that I might think I had something as the puppet on the string, but turns out it has me. And I need to do something about it. That's the way I would interpret this reading, but I'm not an Aquarius. So this is my 2 cents. You can decide how the devil fits in your life, if it does at all. Okay? So Aquarius, starting off really, really strong. Major Arcana, devil. The devil is, yeah, he's a trickster. He's a prankster. He definitely likes to make you think that everything's fine. If you try a little bit of this, nothing bad will happen to you. Next thing you know, you're in a full-blown crisis. So devil is here definitely as a caution. What else can we tell Aquarius? Goodness sakes. 9 of Pentacles. Now that you've gotten that cautionary note out of the way, now we have 9 of Pentacles, which is very independent. It's single energy for one thing. So if you're not single, this is a very independent energy as far as I make my own money, I pay my own bills, the way that my world works is purely and solely dependent on me and my effort and my energy. This is pentacle energy, so this is anything that you can touch, taste, see, smell. And there's 9 of them. So that means that you, by the work and the effort of your 2 strong arms, have created the world that you currently exist in. So you are a hard worker, Aquarius. That is absolutely evident from 9 of Pentacles showing up here. What else can we share with Aquarius? Aquarius, Queen of Cups. You are a lover. You're a lover. You're a lover for sure. I think you probably could be a fighter too, but I think predominantly you're a lover, and that's good. This is the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. If Cancer has any relevance in your life, Cancer energy showing up, Queen of Cups, that internal mastery. It's the mastery inside of us. It's the feminine energy of the cup suit. And so all those feelings and all those emotions, and it's what we do with those things on the inside. This is feminine energy, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a female to have this reading be relevant for you. It just means that you've internalized the mastery of your heart space. So you know who you love, why you love them, that you will love them for all the rest of time, that you're committed, that you're with them. You also are probably somebody who has a very strong psychic ability, a very intuitive ability. I think you probably are somebody that really music speaks to you. You probably are somebody that you know things before you probably know things. You sense things. You probably walk in a room and your spidey senses go off and you have this understanding of the world around you from an intuitive perspective. And so this is cool because not only are you a like money maker, groove shaker, you've got your own gig in life. You're not really probably dependent on other people. You are a very loving, nurturing creature. This is very mama bear energy. Like I said, it doesn't mean you have to be a female to have this energy as your backbone. It just means that you're very protective. You're very insightful. You read into things. You probably walk in the room. Like I said, your spidey senses are going off. And that's really interesting that the devil is the first card out in the spread because, the devil doesn't mess with people that don't need messing with. Do you know what I mean? Somebody that's just going along and doesn't really care about anything, I don't think the devil gives 2 craps about. But if you're showing up as this independent, pay your own way in the world, loving, badass kind of mama bear energy, yeah, of course, the devil's going to be all over that because you are somebody that is like powerful. You're strong. You know what you want. You know what you're after. And that's why, devil energy would want to come and take you down. So there's that. Let's see what else we can get for this row. Just one more card for you, Aquarius. Aquarius energy. Air sign. Lots of in the mind, thinking, brain activity. Two of Swords. Very much air energy here. This is a little bit of indecision. So you definitely know who you are in your heart space. You know who you are in this earthly physical realm as far as what you bring to the table, literally and physically. But you're also of two minds. You have this sway where I feel like I think about these things all the time, but this is the direction that I always go. I am of two minds. I feel like I'm always in a state of indecision. I feel like with Two of Swords here, two truths always seem to be relevant at the same time. And that's very confusing because not only do I believe that right is the right direction to go, but left is also the right direction to go. And so I just stand here in a sense of standstill because I have two ways I could go and I see the validity of both. So there is a state of mind with you, not in your heart, not in your pocketbook, in your mind, where you feel like you can go two ways all the time. And I don't know if that could make sense for you, or this could not be your reading. What else do we have for Aquarius? Very interesting. Victory, success. Six of Wands is very Aries energy. It's very fiery. It's passionate. It's your drives and your energies that make you go forward in life. It's like your gas pedal is on, full throttle, and you go and you get your dreams and you achieve your goals and you get your victories and your successes. You're celebrated. People at your workplace are like, go Aquarius, good job Aquarius, you nailed that, you succeeded, you did more than your fair share of the work, and so good job. You get all this congratulatory acknowledgement because you've done such a great job in something. So Six of Wands is here like a clap and a round of applause. Aquarius, wow, you are a very important part of the team. VIP energy for sure. Definite VIP. What else can we give the sign of Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know or hear or feel? Page of Pentacles. This is another earth-based energy as we had earlier on, and this is an offer. This is a message. This is a new opportunity coming your way via a message. So you could be receiving some sort of a, hey, are you still looking for a job? Hey, Aquarius, I was wondering if I started a business, would you want to come in and run my shop? Hey, Aquarius, I was wondering if I gave you $10,000 and you put in your $10,000 and we started a business together. Something where an offer, a message, an opportunity for your physical world, Pentacles, comes into play. So some kind of offer, some new startup plan, some new job, some new something. It's very much a message of a new opportunity of investment of your time, your money, your wealth, your health. What else can we tell Aquarius? Very cool. Three of Swords. Air energy showing up again at the end of this line. And this is the Three of Swords. This is mental pain. This is remembering something that hurt you. Could be a whole bunch of things. Could be a whole string of things. You could have a whole, bibliography of all the things that have hurt me in my life, categorized A through Z. That's that. You're remembering it. You're thinking about it. And when you think about it, what does it do? It hurts. When it hurts, what does that do? Gets you depressed. When you get depressed, what does that do? You're like prime category feed for the devil. So not to put scare tactics out there, but just to kind of give you an example of when we're like down the trail of sad and down and out, and we're just going back in time and replaying all these things that have hurt us rather than healing from them, then we just become fodder for anything in the world that is gonna just take advantage of somebody that is sad and depressed. And so I'm just giving you a little bit of a heads up. You started off this particular line with the victory, success, Aquarius, you're being celebrated, and Yahoo for you. There's a new offer coming your way. And then I don't know if it's like a form of self-sabotage that turns things around and gets you feeling like, I don't deserve this, I'm not worthy of this, because remember when in 1982, I threw the ball in the road and the dog went after it, and then the dog got hit by the car. You know what I mean? When you go down those really negative roads and we start like self-sabotaging ourselves with all of the pain and all of the misery. And I just want to encourage you that I know what it's like to replay the tapes, but if it's possible for you to have the tapes without pushing play, and either looking into a really good therapist, counselor, somebody that will sit and be able to listen to you neutrally and provide some advice, some tips, some tricks for you to stop pushing play on those tapes and being able to move past what happened, but we need to move forward. We need to be able to still live our life, because that is not where the story ends. You know, a lot of times when you see, I've seen a lot of people with the semicolon, that this is not where the story ends. I may have wanted it to be the end, or I thought about ending this or taking away my ability to be present in this life, but I didn't. I'm still here. I want to go forward. Yes, pain happened, but I am finding ways to be able to move forward. I just really want to encourage you. If that is what's happening for you, I'm not minimizing pain or mental struggle at all. I've been there myself. Plenty of family members in my life I've seen go down the very negative road of mental pain. Lots of bad examples, and I won't get into it, but Aquarius, there is hope. Honestly, there really is. And so I want to see what else we get for you to pull out for this reading. I love the Queen of Cups and the Six of Wands that popped out. Very positive, very awesome cards. Nine of Pentacles, you're doing so good as far as your physical reality is concerned. Sometimes that mental struggle, though, boy, it really gets us like a cord around the ankles. The Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a new, fresh path of thinking. What better could come out after this Three of Swords? Really turning the page, turning the chapter, a new, fresh beginning in the mind, a way of thinking that we hadn't really considered. It's this beautiful staircase that's in this person's brain, because it is swords, it is your mental energy, it is your air energy, swords, air energy, the way we think about things, the way we process information. And it's the staircase. And as you go around and around and around, and you finally land on the center where this beam of light, it's like this epiphany, this mind awakening, eye opening, new, fresh, clear thinking, clarity, an idea, a concept. And I think something new is opening up for you. And that is what I would celebrate for sure. What else can we give Aquarius? One last card for the sign of Aquarius. What else can we share for you? We've got Four of Cups. So it's emotional. It's the emotional heart space energy, but the Four of Cups is now that we are here with this fresh new idea, this fresh new concept, this whole new plan of a new idea, let's hold off on taking any actions moving forward yet, because I'm not sure how I feel about that. The Four of Cups can sometimes have the energy of boredom, ho-hum, blase. I don't know. The Four of Cups is kind of, look at the person. Their energy is like, I am so extremely bored out of my gourd with this whole thing. What's interesting about the Four of Cups to me, it's always interested me, as there's three full cups sitting off to the side, and this person is completely absent-minded of the fact that there's this fourth cup being filled up by like the rainbow of energy, which the rainbow is that God energy, universal energy, light energy. It is like the most magnificent energy that could be put into a cup. And this person is completely oblivious to that because they're so dead set determined to be bored and unimpressed with the three cups that they've already seen probably a million times. It's like watching the same movie over and over and over again. Of course you're going to be bored, but you're not even like paying attention to the one cup that's over here, this one cup getting filled to the brim with rainbow. Every spectrum on the light energy field is getting poured in here. This is interesting because this one beautiful light-filled cup, and then you've got this one brand new, fresh, clean slate, bright idea energy. So there's like one full cup and one full, new idea, new concept, fresh, clean slate energy. So what's interesting to me is that at the end of your reading, there is this new, bright, fresh opening in your mind, but there's like a closed offness in your emotions where I'm really only going to be looking at the cups that I've already looked at 10,000 times, and I know I hate them. But then you don't see that like God, the universe, angels, they've poured you it's like a fresh cup of coffee off to the side, and you just like, you're so bored and non-interested that you don't even see it. So all I want to tell you, Aquarius, for your end of the reading message is open your eyes and look around everywhere. Try very hard to not stay fixated on the negative. Please open your mind and open your heart to what is all around you, not just right here, okay? Life is so big and so vast and so beautiful in its totality, and I would just encourage you to try very hard to see it like that. I want you to protect your energy. I really do. I want you to guard and protect your energy, including your mind. And I want you to keep your heart open and celebrate your victories and your successes. If you need to look into counseling or some outside help, do it. But trust that a new, bright, fresh energy is coming your way. And I want you to look around everywhere, not just on the cups that you hate. And let's give you an oracle message to finish off your reading, Aquarius. This is the Intuitive Whispers Oracle cards. And I'm just going to pull one card from here, and I'm going to read from the book so that you get the full message. It looks like it's card number 10. And card number 10, it does add up to the number 1, which is new beginnings, creation, which is awesome. But let me read message number 10 out of this book for you, so you have the author's intended meaning of the message. And we've got the message from the third eye. Trust the whisper. The message from the third eye. Your third eye is your intuitive center, the space that connects you to the mystical. The message from your third eye is for you and you alone. When your intuition whispers, it is like an internal supportive friend who is guiding you along the journey of your life. This card is a nudge to listen and trust the whispers. What is it saying? It can feel easier to ignore the whisper, as it's not always what we want or expect to hear, but don't trust it. You're a special soul, and the sooner you act on this inner whisper, the sooner your full purpose will be revealed to you. If you've been struggling to find purpose lately, look no further. The answer is not going to come from outside of you. It will rise from you knowing yourself and the desires of your body. Your purpose is already written. Stop searching outwardly and look inward through the lens of your third eye. How to hear the message. To open your third eye, close your eyes and repeat this 5-part breath. Exhale deeply. Take a sip of air into your belly. Take a sip of air into your chest. Take a sip of air into your third eye, between the eyebrows and deep in the mind. Hold your breath for 5 seconds and squeeze your energy upward into the third eye. Release. Repeat this 5 times. Aquarius, thank you so much for allowing me to do a message for you. Thank you for being here, tuning in. I appreciate your energy. Please remember to like, follow, subscribe, share, repost. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you again for being here. Be well, be blessed. Namaste.